Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you once again to be here with me. Today is Tuesday, 3rd August 2021. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you shared your time with me in my English classes. Well, guys, today, our objective for today's class is gonna be the verb to be, okay? Just the verb to be. Almost the whole activity for today's class, the verb to be. Yes, the verb to be once again. You probably said, but teacher, we already practiced the verb to be. Yes and no. We practiced the verb to be in the last activities, like like 2 or 3 activities with those exercises where the verb to be included. But today we're going to focus on the structure of this well-known verb. All right. So guys, please let me share my screen for you understand in a better way. The first part, well, it's gonna be pretty easy. You'll understand. Bring it on. Well, guys, as you can see, we have 2 different sentences. Sentence number 1 is in present, and the sentence number 2 is in past. Can you see the verb to be in the sentence number 1 and in the sentence number 2? There is something else. There is something else quite important in both sentences. Sentence number 1, we have the word today. And in the sentence number 2, we have the word yesterday. Can you see those words? Verb to be and time clause. In the sentence number 1, I am. In the sentence number 2, I was. As I said, it's time to study the verb to be in past. Well, guys, you already know that the verb to be in present has 3 options, remember? Option number 1, am. Option 2, is. Option number 3, are. So, can anyone tell me how many options does the verb to be have in past?
Was and were.
Yes. Can you repeat again, mister?
Was and were.
Correct. Thank you. So we have 2 options in the verb to be in past. 2 options. It's pretty different from the present. Don't forget, present, 3 options. The verb to be in past, 2 options. One of them is the one you see on your screen, I was. So I want you to look carefully both sentences. Remember, the sentence number 1 is present simple. I can realize because I have the verb to be, am, and then I have the word today. El verbo to be y la cláusula de tiempo están en presente. Today is hoy, so is present. But the second sentence, la cláusula de tiempo, yesterday, ayer, y el verbo to be was en pasado. So this is the past simple tense. Okay, let's continue. I want you to focus these sentences. Number 1, with letter A and letter V. Please, for the better understanding, we have 2 different colors. For the present, we have red color. And for the past, we have blue color. You see the difference with the verb to be and also the time clause. Today and yesterday. And the verb to be, I am and I was. In the same way, we have for the other personal pronouns. In this case, a proper noun. June is here today. June is here today. Check it out, the past. You see the past? June was is the past of is. June was here yesterday. This is past. Another example, we are happy today. The past, we were happy yesterday. Let's practice, guys. The verb to be has two options, was and were. Remember, the option was for singular, like the example you have there. And the option number 2, where, is for plural form. I was, you were, she was, he was, and he was. The plural, well, we were, you were, and they were. The verb to be in past. Let's carry out some exercises. Number 1. What might be the correct answer for this exercise?
Present.
Yes, correct. It's V and it says present. What about this one?
Was.
Very good. Don't confuse. I heard someone said where. Where is for plural. Podemos utilizar I were, pero eso es una estructura diferente que se la conoce como condicionales, conditional. Okay, and this is no way conditional. Okay, what about this one?
Is.
Let's practice this one.
Was.
Where.
Was, nowhere.
He was.
Okay, so be
He
careful.
was in the poll last week.
Yes, very good. Remember, it's nowhere. Where is for plural. Okay, take into consideration the subject. In this case, is he. All right. Let's carry out this one. Tell me.
Is.
Yes. Even though we don't have the personal pronoun, aun cuando no tengamos su pronombre personal, it, okay, but because it was replaced by this noun, the proper noun, the moon, well, the correct option in this case is. Okay, the past was this one. Now, take a look. The water is warm today. What might be the past of this sentence?
The water was warm yesterday.
Okay, let's check it out. Oh, I got a mistake in my PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Okay, that's correct. Oh, Jesus, get problem with the microphone. There you go. Correct. Now, something quite important with the verb to be, please try to keep this in your mind. Do not forget it. Algo importante, no deben olvidar, tanto el verbo to be en presente como en su pasado no necesita de verbos auxiliares. Recuerde, los verbos auxiliares que vimos en las semanas anteriores que están relacionados con el presente fueron do, does, don't, doesn't. ¿Okay? Y lo que estamos en esta semana centrándonos es el pasado. En el pasado ya tenemos que sus auxiliares son did and didn't. El verbo to be, ni en presente ni en su pasado, no necesita de ningún auxiliar. Se vale por sí mismo para los negativos e interrogativos. So this is a good example about that. This is a negative sentence in past, the verb to be in past. I was not in class yesterday. Now, take a look. Over here, we have an example with a different color, green color. We can practice with the verb to be using that contraction. Can you see this? I was not in class yesterday, but we can also use that contraction. Remember, we said contraction when we put both words together. We put both words together and we get in the verb to be the option wasn't. She wasn't in class yesterday. Wasn't is that contraction of these two words. Was not. In the same way for the plural. In the plural form, the verb to be is were. And the negative is the word not. You were not home last night. We can also use that contraction. You weren't. You weren't home last night. You see? We can use that contraction or without contraction with the verb to be in negative. Let's practice this one. Who can help me with this activity? Who can help me with this one?
Read.
Okay, but read the complete sentence, included the answer. Anyone?
Jared is in class this morning, but he wasn't in class yesterday morning.
Good, thank you. That's correct. So in this sentence, we have two different tenses, present and past. As you can see, in the first sentence is the verb to be in present, is, and the second is the verb to be in past, in negative. Please, another volunteer to complete this example. Come on, guys, don't let me down. It's just the verb to be.
They are in London.
Okay, please, if you want to participate, don't forget, click on the button. Click on the button, raise your hand, and then you can practice. Please. Okay, Anderson Rivas, thank you.
They are in London tonight. Book. And they are in London last night.
Okay, interested. Well, you make a contrast with the verb to be in present. Okay, but that is not the correct option. You can use the verb to be in present because in the second sentence we have the time clause last night. No podemos utilizar el verbo to be en presente aquí en la segunda parte porque la cláusula de tiempo nos indica que ya pasó la noche pasada, last night. Tiene que haber un contraste en pasado negativo. Okay, Mr. Nixon Peter, thank you. Complete it, please.
They are in London time.
Hello.
They in London, but they weren't in London last night.
Okay, let's check it out. That's correct. So this is the contrast. The first part. Oh, really? No, no te escuché. Te estoy sincero. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't hear anything. I thought you got problem with the microphone or probably the internet. Okay, let's carry out this part. Oh, I understand. Well, let's continue this part. Anybody else, please? Someone else. Okay, Mr. Anderson. Thank you.
Sería, I am happy today, book. I wasn't happy yesterday.
All right, let's check it out. Yes, very good. Okay, something quite important, Mr. Anderson, is the pronunciation of the word pero. In English, pero is but, right? No but. But is beauty, but. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, I think you get problem with your microphone or, you know, a lot of noise. Okay, please, another volunteer for this one. Come on, guys. Another volunteer. Click on the button and tell me. Come on, guys, don't let me down. This exercise.
The weather is nice this week, but it wasn't last week.
Okay, that's correct. So in this case, we use an adjective. The adjective was nice. Recuerde, algo importante que también se les dijo del verbo to be. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre el uso del verbo to be a los demás verbos? El verbo to be comúnmente, okay, es utilizado para describir o dar, sí, para describir, perdón, un adjetivo o un sustantivo. Los demás verbos, correr, saltar, como dormir, beber, escuchar música, ver televisión, pues describen acciones. El verbo to be no. En este caso es diferente. The verb to be is for adjective and sometimes for noun. Like this one. The adjective is nice. So we have the contrast. That's correct. In negative. Okay, now in the last part, the verb to be for questions. In the same way as I said for negative. Remember, the verb to be does not need any auxiliary verbs. No auxiliary verbs. Did, do, does, nothing. The verb to be works in self for negative and also for interrogative, as the one you see on your screen. This is a question in past using the verb to be. Were you in class yesterday? So for any questions, we have answers. Short and long answers. Take a look at the example letter A. Were you in class yesterday? Yes, we were. This is a short answer, but we can also use long answer. We were in class yesterday. Let's see another example. Were you in class yesterday? In negative? No, we weren't. Is a negative answer. No, we weren't. We weren't in class yesterday. Secondly, we can also work with the other option from the verb to be. Was. Was Jean at the library last week? If our answer is positive, well, we say, yes, she was. In long answer, she was at the library last week. Now, in negative, was Jean at the library last week? No, she wasn't. She wasn't at the library last week. Let me stop this for a while. Well, guys, we have already practiced the verb to be in past. Please, if you have any question, let me know it. Any question about the verb to be in past? No? Okay, so let's continue. Fantastic. Time to practice. It's time to practice the verb to be. We already practiced. Well, I think those exercises that we practiced might be considered grammar because we studied the structure, positive, negative, and also interrogative with the verb to be in the past. Now it's time to put those knowledge into, or those pieces of knowledge, sorry, into context with these exercises. 20th century. What about this one? Let's talk about some events. What happened in the past years? So we're going to analyze and practice with the verb to be in the past form. Before carry out those activity, let's warm up. This is an activity that we're going to use in the next exercises. I want you guys to match. I want you to match the beginnings and endings of this phrasal about people's life. Okay, you're going to match beginnings. Beginnings means comienzo, the beginnings, and endings. Number one, to be born in, to be born in. As you can see, all these exercises are about the verb to be. So you're going to match them up. For this activity, guys, you will have 2 minutes. Match them up, please. 2 minutes. One minute. Here we go. Let's practice. I'm going to pick up one of my students. Miss Jamilet Olgain, good afternoon. Could you please help me with the number 1 and 2? Miss Yamilet Holguin, are you there? Can you hear me? No answer. Fantastic. Ok, chicos, haciendo un paréntesis. Como les dije hoy en día en el grupo de la mañana, lamentablemente tendré que pasar un informe al departamento de idiomas. No tengo respuestas de ciertos estudiantes. No solamente lo que pasa en este momento, sino días atrás. Creo que los que están participando o los que están conscientes que están haciendo el curso, pues veo que hay compañeros, estudiantes, que lamentablemente no hay participación. Al parecer tienen problemas con internet, problemas con la cámara, problemas con el micrófono y problemas con el teclado. Entonces, prácticamente me están obligando a generar documentos para pasarlos directamente al departamento de idiomas. Porque, no sé, como les he dicho, yo respeto su privacidad, pero durante la clase tienen que estar participando. Si se los llama, bueno, si pido voluntarios, no quiere participar como voluntario, ok, aceptable, pero debe participar en ciertos momentos cuando se les pide hacerlo. No hay respuesta. Y la verdad es un poco desmotivante porque esta actividad y las actividades anteriores no deben demorar tanto. Esta es una actividad del verbo to be, no debe demorar más allá de 2 minutos, no debería pasar. Y hay actividades que nos demoramos mucho, 3, 4 minutos. Okay. Gonna pick up another student, please, guys. Remember, this is not a graded activities. It's just the class. It's the participation, the interaction, okay? Between, in this case, the teacher and you guys, the student. So it's time for you to practice. That's it. Okay, let's continue. Next one, Milena Ortiz Burgos. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Okay, miss, please help me out with the number 1 and 2. Read, please. Quiero que lea completo. No me diga 1C o 2A. Read that complete. Number 1, to be born
Le lea todo ya. To
Yes.
be born in 1963.
Okay, number 2.
Yeah. To be famous for his painting.
Okay, thank you. But remember, the year is 1965, not 63. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, Damaris Castro Ponce, please, number 3 and 4.
To be from London, to be a writer.
Okay, can you repeat the number 3? I'm sorry.
To be from London,
Okay, number 4.
to be a writer. Escritor.
Okay, yes. Okay, thank you. You were right, or you are right. Thank you. Okay, let me see another students. Okay, Miss Arevalo, Thais, please, number 5 or 6.
To be Canadian or Japanese and to be married or divorced.
Okay, be careful with the pronunciation, right? Married and divorced. Remember the sounds? Divorced. Okay, let me see another students. I see Mr. Fabian Mosquera. Please, number 7 and number 8, please.
To be beautiful or handsome, to be rich or poor.
Okay, thank you. That's it, okay? This is a nice activity. Now, let's take it out. That's correct. Now, guys, I want you to answer these questions about the previous activity. They are 3 different questions, as you see on your screen. Number 1, which adjectives are opposites? 2, which pair of adjectives referred to women and men? And think of one more way to end the first 5 phrases. Okay? The 5 phrases are the number 1, to be born in, to be famous for, to be from, to be a, to be Canadian or. So the ending must be different. Okay? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I want you to think a different ending. Okay, so for these 3 questions, you will have 1 minute. Answer them, please. Okay, let me see. Gonna pick up another student. He's gonna be Mr. Walter Calderon. Mr. Walter, good afternoon. Could you please help me? The question number 1. Which adjective are opposites?
Married and divorced.
What else? Okay, that's correct. Another pair of adjective. Otro par de adjetivos. Esto está bien. Son opuestos, right? So is that divorced and married? Another ones?
Beautiful or handsome.
No, these words are synonyms. They are not opposites. Beautiful and handsome, they're pretty synonyms. Okay. Okay, Miss Genesis Arriaga, can you help me?
Rich and poor.
Yes, very good. Excellent. Okay, thank you, Mr. Walter. It was good. So we have 2 pairs. The number 1, as Mr. Walter said, married and divorced. And the other pairs of adjective, rich and poor. Rich and poor. If you just say beautiful and handsome, no, they are synonyms because it has the same meaning. Question number 2. I can pick up another student. Let me see it. Moreno Felix, Alfredo, please help me with the question number 2. Which pair of adjectives refer to women and men?
Pintor. Hay que transformarlo a no entiendo muy bien la pregunta.
Okay, the number 2 is which pair, okay? ¿Qué par de adjetivos se refieren a women and men?
To be married.
Okay, if you say married, well, but no. Which ones? No?
Wither, pintor.
No, that's no a word. Okay, if you just said writer is a noun, it's no an adjective. Escritor es un sustantivo, no es adjetivo. No ideas?
Beautiful.
Okay, yes. Can you repeat again?
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful and?
Beautiful.
Okay, beautiful is correct. What is the other word? Because pair es un par de adjetivos.
Four.
Beautiful and?
Four.
Hard.
Four.
Handsome.
Handsome, yes, correct. Beautiful and handsome. Okay, which adjective is for women and which adjective is for men? If we said beautiful, this adjective is for men or women?
Women.
Women.
Yes.
Women.
Very good, guys, okay? Tengan cuidado. Esto es algo, bueno, de gramática implícito aquí. Sí. Beautiful, este adjetivo es más utilizado para mujeres. Beautiful. She is beautiful. Cuando nos referimos a belleza. Por otro lado, tenemos el adjetivo handsome. Y este es utilizado para hombres masculinos. He is handsome. Handsome es apuesto, guapo, handsome. That's correct. And now, let me see another students. Who can help me? Okay, I need a volunteer for the number 3 because it's a little bit difficult. For the number 3, anyone can help me with the number 3? Miss Damaris Castro, thank you. Think of one more way to end the first 5 phrases. Okay, me dice uno, to be born in, y tiene que ser un ending distinto. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you, Miss. You go.
To be born in 1999.
Okay, 2, continue.
Famous for his songs. To be from Ecuador.
Okay.
To be se me fue. Ecuadorian y la última to be Canadian or Chinese.
To be an Ecuadorian? Yes, but the exercise has something different. Number 4 is with the letter H, rider, okay, rider. To be a writer, entonces tiene que ser algo parecido a escritor, otro trabajo, otra occupation. To be a writer or to be a?
To be a teacher. Me confundí en eso.
Okay, yes, bring it on. Thank you. That's fantastic. Okay, perfect, guys. Excellent. So, as you can see, we have already practiced the verb to be. The verb to be in infinitive. Aquí tenemos el verbo to be en infinitivo. Todos empiezan con to be. To be born, to be famous for, to be from, to be a, to be Canadian or, to be married or, to be beautiful or, and to be rich or. The 8 sentences or the 8 exercises have the verb to be in infinitive. We don't have any ideas, all right? We don't have an idea if we need to work with the verb to be in present or past. No tenemos idea si podemos trabajar con el verbo to be en presente o en pasado, ¿verdad? Porque el verbo to be en presente, ese to be se puede transformar. Si lo hacemos en presente en am, is, and are. Pero si trabajamos esos ejercicios y lo queremos en pasado, pues vamos a tener 2 opciones. Was, were. Let's practice. Let's practice, guys. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen once again. Just give me a minute. Okay, in the now, this is not the correct. Wait a minute. Where are you? There you go. Okay, this is the correct one. So we have here difference option with the verb to be. Algo importante aquí es que se dé cuenta que el verbo to be, como les dije hace un momento, va a trabajar exclusivamente con adjetivos y sustantivos. Como usted puede observar, adjetivos y sustantivos en este ejercicio. Let's give him a minute. Okay, perfect. Let's practice this exercise. This one, well, this is a good one. I want you to look at these photos. These photos show 3 famous people from the 20th century. Okay, 20th century. I want to think about these guys. Picture 1 or photo number 1, photo number 2, and the photo number 3. Famous people from the 20th century, right? And I want to use the verb to be in simple past to give me information. Give me information with the verb to be in past only. Okay, do you understand? I want you to give me information using the verb to be in past only. For example, if you know the name, you can say Elvis Presley was born in the United States. Or you can say Elvis Presley was an American singer. Okay? And I wanted you guys to tell me information. If you don't have any idea about these guys, well, let me help you with this. Photo number 1. Do you know who that person is? Any ideas? Do you have any idea who that person is? Personaje 1, ¿tienen alguna idea? No?
No.
Okay, can you repeat that? That's very interesting. Ok, le doy una pista. Puede ser que no tengamos mucha información. Si usted se equivoca en la información, no hay problema. Yo quiero es tratar de ver su desarrollo o su progreso utilizando el verbo to be en pasado. El verbo to be en pasado. Eso es lo que me interesa. Para esto, lo que acabamos de hacer. Este ejercicio de aquí. Pueden utilizar nació, es famoso por, es de, a qué se dedica, él era tal nacionalidad, estaba casado o divorciado, beautiful or handsome, and rich and poor. That's it. With the verb to be in past only. Okay? Like the example, like Elvis Presley was born in, you figured it out. Albert Einstein was a teacher. Well, Albert Einstein was a writer. Interesting. So let's practice. Let me help you. In the picture number 1, he was Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill, okay? He was a very famous person. You guys tell me information about these guys. No problem if you don't have any information about these guys, if the information is wrong, no. I need you to think and make sentences with the verb to be in past. For this activity, guys, you will have 4 minutes. 4 minutes, okay? If you can get information, excellent. Las respuestas solo las quiero utilizando el verbo to be en pasado. Positive or negative. Elvis Presley was an American driver. Elvis Presley was an American driver? Or Albert Einstein was a soldier? or Albert Einstein wasn't a soldier. And the other picture, Winston Churchill was a economy student, or Winston Churchill was a president. So you tell me as much information as you can. 4 minutes, guys. Use the verb to be in past only. 4 minutes. Do it, please.
Teacher, ¿puede repetir el nombre del primero?
Okay, the number one is Winston Churchill. Churchill, let me give you a clue. He was a very important person in the Second World War. Very important person en la Segunda Guerra Mundial. A very important person.
Fue
Winston
creador
Churchill.
de las armas Winchester.
Okay, I don't know. Pero su
No sé,
información,
se
yo quiero...
parece. No sé
Okay.
que si es él o no.
Okay, it's up to you, no problem. Lo que yo deseo es solamente información utilizando el verbo to be en pasado. Period.
Okay.
That's it.
Teacher,
Yes, tell me.
¿elegimos uno de los tres o todos tres hacemos?
Los tres, se pueden los tres, no hay problema. All of them. Okay? 4 minutes, guys. Go on. 1 minute. Okay, guys, time to start. Let me see. I'm gonna pick half and one volunteer. I'm sorry, one student, not volunteers. Let me see. Miss Damaris Castro Ponce, could you help me, please? Miss Damaris, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, please start.
A ver. He was Winston Churchill. He was born in the UK in 1975.
Okay, good enough. Wow, nice job. You can tell me more about the orders.
He was Albert Einstein.
Mm-hmm.
Albert was a famous scientist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley was a famous singer.
Okay, good. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic, miss. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, that's the way I need you guys to practice. Well, that's fantastic. Thank you. Okay, let me see it. Somebody else. Jennifer Montoya. Good afternoon, please. It's your turn. If you have new information or new pieces of information, okay, show. Miss Jennifer, no.
Albert Einstein was born in 1879. Albert Einstein was famous for teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Albert Einstein was from Germany. Elvis Presley was born in 1935.
Oh.
And Elvis Presley was famous for singer, and Elvis Presley was from United States.
Wow, that's good. Thank you. Wow, fantastic. Please, one volunteer. Click on the button. Okay, Mr. Moreno, thank you. Go, please, Mr. Moreno.
He was Winchester. He was the creator of the rifle Winchester.
Oh, okay, interesting.
He was American nationality. He was Albert Einstein. He was Hugh.
Mm-hmm.
He was physical. He was Elvis Presley. He was famous of singers.
Okay, interesting. Thank you, sir. Please, another volunteer, guys. Come on. Very interesting facts. That's correct for me. That's the way we can produce, in this case, well, the verb to be in past. Please. I'm sorry, another volunteer who wants to share. Okay, Miss Solange Castro, thank you. I'm sorry.
Elvis Presley.
Okay, tell me.
He was born in 1935. He was famous for his music. He was from United States.
All right, thank you. That's nice.
He
Cool.
was a singer. He was American. He was married to Priscilla Presley. He was handsome.
Okay.
He was rich. He was not known as Pila.
Okay, good. Okay, that's what's amazing me. Well, a lot of facts about Elvis Presley. Fantastic. Well, so we have practiced the verb to be. Como se da cuenta, este verbo to be trabaja o funciona comúnmente, okay? Lo que es adjective and nouns and give us information. In this case, with personal information about these people. Now, guys, it's time to continue. That's perfect. Amazing, right? I'm atomic. Look. Let's practice this. This photo shows 3 famous people again for the 20th century. Below to these photos, we have some words. Music, singer, scientist, rich, written, pianist, 1934, and poor. According to your research, de acuerdo a su investigación, okay, en esos 4 minutos, in those 4 minutes, which of these words belongs to these people? Remember, use the verb to be in past. For this activity, you will have 1 minute, okay? Think of those words: music, singer, reads, Britain, 1934, poor scientist. 1 minute. Do it, please. 1 minute.
Pianist. Pianist.
Ten seconds. Okay, here we go. Please, 1 volunteer. You can help me out. Maybe you can say Albert Einstein was a pianist, or Elvis Presley was born in 1934. Well, it's up to you. You tell me. Okay, Mr. Fabian Mosquera, thank you.
Elvis was a singer and he was born 1935.
Okay, go on, continue. Another pieces of information about the older people.
Churchill was born in Britain. Albert Einstein was scientist.
Okay, he was a scientist. What else? That's it? Well, for me, it's good because we practice with the verb to be in past. Thank you. Okay, now take a look. Please, in this activity, I want you guys take your notebook and a pen. Notebook and pen or pencil. You're going to listen to a piece of information about these people. Listen carefully and complete the blanks. All right? Listen carefully and complete the blanks. Please, notebook and pen or pencil. Are you ready? Listen, please. Okay? Here we go.
Elvis Presley. He was a famous American singer. He was famous for his music. He was born in 1935 in Mississippi, USA. His parents were very poor. It was a difficult time in the American economy. Albert Einstein. He was a German scientist. He was famous for his theory of relativity. He was born in 1879 in Germany. His father was a businessman, and his mother was a pianist. Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of Britain from 1940 to 1945 and 1950 to 1951. He was born in England in 1874. His parents were rich and famous. His father was a politician, and his mother was the daughter of an American millionaire.
Okay, one more time, guys. Please, notebook and pen. Write the 8 blanks. Listen, please.
Elvis Presley. He was a famous American singer. He was famous for his music. He was born in 1935 in Mississippi, USA. His parents were very poor. It was a difficult time in the American economy. Albert Einstein. He was a German scientist. He was famous for his theory of relativity. He was born in 1879 in Germany. His father was a businessman, and his mother was a pianist. Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of Britain from 1940 to 1945 and 1950 to 1951. He was born in England in 1874. His parents were rich and famous. His father was a politician, and his mother was the daughter of an American millionaire.
Okay, guys, that's it? Or once again? Okay, no problem. Okay, one more time.
Elvis Presley. He was a famous American singer. He was famous for his music. He was born in 1935 in Mississippi, USA. His parents were very poor. It was a difficult time in the American economy. Albert Einstein. He was a German scientist. He was famous for his theory of relativity. He was born in 1879 in Germany. His father was a businessman, and his mother was a pianist. Winston Churchill. He was the Prime Minister of Britain from 1940 to 1945 and 1950 to 1951. He was born in England in 1874. His parents were rich and famous. His father was a politician, and his mother was the daughter of an American millionaire.
Okay. Please, I will need, listen carefully, I will need just 3 volunteers, well, to carry out this activity. I want you to read each piece of the information or each profile. Who wants to participate? Just 3 volunteers, please. Okay, Ms. Bluas, read the test number 1.
Yeah. He was famous American singer. He was famous for his music. He was born in 1975 in Mississippi. USA. His parents were very poor. He was a difficult time in the American economy.
Okay, thank you. Let's continue. So we have Ms. Sanji Jimenez. Test number 2, please.
Was a Herman is 19. He was a Herman Sticks. He was famous for his theory already. He was born in 1879 in Germany. His father was a bus singer and his mother was a planet.
Okay, interesting. Well, that's correct, but you need to correct your pronunciation and 2 words, but the answer words, okay. And the last one, let me see it, Miss Sanji. Sanji was, no, Sanji, you already participate. There were 3 more volunteers. What's going on with them? Okay, I'm gonna pick up the last one. Okay, Miss Santana, Camille, help me with the test number 3.
Unity Kington. Ahora no la copié.
Oh, really? Okay, no problem. Let me see. Well, thank you, Angie Candelario. Please, number 3.
Yeah, he was the Prime Minister of Britain for 1945 and 1960 and 1951. He was born in England in 1804. His parents were rich and famous. His father was a policeman and mother was the daughter of American millionaire.
Okay, that's fantastic, guys. Interesting. Well, guys, so you tell me, do you have any question about the verb to be in past? Please let me know it. No, no questions? Okay. Let's carry out the last activity for today's class. By the way, the homework, remember the homework that I sent yesterday? Okay, we're going to do it, that homework. We carry out that activity tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. So prepare yourself. You have more time to carry out that activity. Remember, the activity, the one you should explain in simple past. A great weekend, a terrible weekend, and a crazy weekend using the irregular verbs. Okay? Let me see someone who help me. I think all of you, okay. Miss Emily Garcia, good afternoon. Miss Emily, are you there? Don't be afraid. Emily? Do you have problem with your microphone? I just want you to read, okay? Solo quiero que lea esta parte, the language point, please. Just read the language point.
Language point. Study this sentence. Elvis Presley was a famous American singer. Albert Einstein was born in 1979 in Germany. Elvis Presley's parents were very poor. Winston Churchill's parents were rich and famous.
Go on. Was and where?
Was and where are the past tense for or the irregular verb to be.
Okay, stop. Thank you. I appreciate it. Fantastic. Thank you very much for your participation. That's the way. I love it. Thank you. Please give me a minute. Please give me a minute. Let me share my screen again for the last part. I think it's this one, right? Okay, fantastic. Ok, chicos, por favor. Necesito que esta parte también sea entendida respecto al pasado. Como ha venido ustedes escuchando como cassette o CD o MP3 a cada momento, ¿verdad? Les he dicho que el concepto básico de este tiempo es la acción y el tiempo culminado. Acción, verbos, recuerde, y el tiempo, la cláusula o el adverbio, como se conoce gramaticalmente, ¿ok? Es esto que vamos a ver ahora, lo que se refiere al tiempo. Tenemos varias opciones de tiempo al referirnos al pasado simple. Tenemos aquí el verbo to be, como usted ve en pasado. Bob was here. So we have many options. Observa las opciones. Yesterday, yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, and yesterday evening. Con esta palabra yesterday tenemos esta secuencia. Ayer por la mañana, yesterday morning. Ayer por la tarde, yesterday afternoon. Ayer por la noche, yesterday evening. So with one single word, we can give specific information with the word yesterday. Yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, and yesterday evening. Now, with the word lost. You see the word lost? So we have this option. Last night, la noche pasada. Last week, la semana pasada. Last month, el mes pasado. Last year, el año pasado. Do you see this option? So we have more of them. Last spring, el verano pasado. I'm sorry, la primavera pasada. Last summer, el verano pasado. We have more option. Last Monday, last Friday. We can include last year, last Christmas, and so on. This is the word lost. And with the word ago. Ago. Omar was here with the auction ago. 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago. You see? Hace 5 minutos. Then 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. 6 days ago. A month ago. A year ago. 10 years ago. You see? So we have these options for the verb, for the simple past tense. Yesterday, remember, we can practice with yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, or yesterday evening. Last, last night. We can use last with long periods of time. Last season, or the last days of the week. And then the auction ago. 5 minutes ago, hace 5 minutos. 2 hours ago, hace 2 horas. 6 days ago, hace 6 días. A month ago, hace un mes. 5 months ago, 1 year ago, 10 years ago, and so on. Okay. Por favor, tengan presente estas cláusulas de tiempo. Yesterday. Then we have lost and ago. Okay, guys, you have a question? Please let me know it. We have 5 minutes left. No questions? Good. Ok, chicos, antes de concluir, para este día, tenemos martes, miércoles, jueves. Okay, Tuesday, so Wednesday. Okay, on Friday, we don't have class on Friday. Friday is your day off. Interested. So it may be on Thursday. Okay, we can carry out an activity, a big one activity on Thursday about the simple past tense. And now, Ricky, I have to give you, right now it's impossible. We have just 3 minutes. Ok, para el día de mañana necesitamos cerrar ciertas notas, chicos. Para el día de mañana, la actividad que es calificada sobre los días de la semana, las tres actividades que eran un fin de semana genial, lo que era terrible un fin de semana y...
Terrible fin de semana.
Entonces, todo esa
parte un loco fin de semana.
Exactly, un loco fin de semana, thank you. Entonces, eso va a ser parte de una calificación para el día de mañana, porque hasta aquí ya hemos abarcado lo que es past simple tense. Lo que se viene la próxima y parte de esta semana ya le corresponde prácticamente a ustedes. Nos vamos a centrar en verbos, the verbs. Ya la gramática ya está, ya no podemos volver a la gramática de lo did, didn't, do, does, don't, doesn't. Okay, no more that. No más, okay? Entonces de aquí en adelante, tanto present y past. El día jueves cerramos esa actividad. A ver, mañana esa actividad y el jueves cerramos con una actividad, con una actividad calificada en forma de quiz para dejar ya libre lo que es present and past simple. Y la próxima semana, la que viene, ahí sí nos vamos con puras presentaciones en inglés. Por favor, no sea vergonzoso, no sea tímido ni tímida. Lo que yo necesito es que comience a hablar. De la otra semana ya comenzamos presentaciones solamente. Toda la clase va a ser presentaciones. Por ejemplo, yo voy a compartir, espero que no sean tímidos, no quiero, no me gusta, me da vergüenza, voy a hacer esto de aquí. Ahí la tengo a la Miss Jiménez. Y la voy a dejar solita. Así. Y usted va a presentar y va a hablar en inglés. Eso es lo que yo necesito. ¿Ok, Miss? Eso es lo que yo necesito para la próxima semana. Solo es presentación. Recuerde que este curso está programado para terminar el 26. Tenemos la otra semana presentaciones solo de present and past, period. La tercera semana de este mes nos centramos en futuro, the future, okay? And the last week vamos a presentar algo nuevo de este tercer módulo. Como les dije, tercer módulo es un repaso, simplemente, el primero y el segundo, y es algo nuevo. No hay más. El cuarto módulo sí son temas y estructuras nuevas. Okay, guys, so prepare yourself, prepárense por favor. Prepare yourself. No sea tímido. Si usted es tímida, pues tendrá que perder, si no, no va a obtener nota. La otra semana, presentaciones. That's it. Use the PowerPoint presentations. Okay, then you have to speak, use images, picture, photos. There will be many activities. Okay, guys? Well, that's it. That's it for today, class. A propósito, a los estudiantes que todavía no han dado la prueba de la semana pasada, ya me autorizaron el administrador de la plataforma. Estoy esperando nomás que se habilite para que ellos puedan dar la prueba de la semana pasada. Okay, so be patient. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for having me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Study.